It's 8 p.m. and here are our top stories in 90 seconds.
I feel like I have a bunch of angels here when things like this happen.
Two brothers, both battling terminal cancer, diagnosed just months apart.
Every time my phone rings, I feel like it's going to be more bad news.
Their heartbreaking story moved so many of our Denver7 viewers to donate in their time of need.
I'm out of words. I can't thank all of you enough.
We have a Denver7 weather action day in effect for a mix of snow and rain across the Front Range.
A wintry forecast this evening, but a spring-like forecast in the 70s.
Come morning, the largest group of Coloradans will be eligible for the COVID vaccine, with Johnson & Johnson's one-shot dose up for grabs.
We're certainly not thinking of the J&J vaccine as a second-tier vaccine.
All new at 8. Colorado's largest school district develops a plan to get kids fully back in the classroom.
We're working with our educators to unpack, our school leaders and our educators to unpack what these changes mean for schools.
Plus, a 3-year-old girl at the center of an Amber Alert in Texas may be traveling through Colorado. What you should be on the lookout for. And thieves caught red-handed going through people's mail.
One of them is a person checking it about 3:30 in the morning using a flashlight, checking my mailbox and then the neighbor's mailbox as well.
Good Thursday evening, and thank you for watching Denver7 News on Local 3. I'm Jessica Porter. We have a Denver7 weather action day in effect for a mix of snow and rain across the Front Range. This is a look at conditions along I-25 in Castle Rock, and you can see that water on the lens there. And in the Mile High City, it is wet and ominous looking. We want to send it to Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson. Mike, it's getting a bit slushy out there tonight.
It is a little bit. This is not a major storm, but it could have some decent implications for early tomorrow morning travel conditions. Right now, the mix of rain and snow continues, especially over Denver, South Denver, Aurora, down into Douglas and Elbert County. Much lighter to the north toward the Fort Collins area. We do remain with winter weather advisories in effect, mostly elevations above 6,000 feet. And that continues across much of eastern Colorado as this low pressure system swirls down around the Lamar area. Temperatures are still above freezing in the upper 30s near 40, but they'll drop to around 30 by morning. And with that, we'll have wet roads turning over to slick roads by early in the morning, especially the south half of the Denver metro area down toward Monument Hill. It's going to be a tricky go on I-25 south of Denver by morning. I-70 east of Denver as well have some trouble, as will the foothills. But after that, it's warm and dry as we head into the weekend. I'll have all of those details in just a bit.
Thank you, Mike. A few weeks ago, we told you about two Colorado brothers, both battling terminal cancer. Their story inspired so many of you to help in any way you could. As Denver7's Addie Guajardo reports, through our Denver7 Gives Fund, your generosity is helping take some of the burden off during these tough times.
To be honest, last 2 days was really difficult.
Two brothers battling two terminal cancers.
My cancer has spread to my liver now, and it's also not responding to the chemo.
The cancer is growing there on the sidewall of my esophagus and lungs.
And a relentless pain.
Like a constant feeling like a heart attack.
After 2 sleepless nights.
I had a partial blockage.
The community is bringing a slice of peace to Z and Sierra, both husbands and fathers.
Our Denver7 viewers were so moved by both of your stories that they donated to our Denver7 Gives Fund.
Packed with generosity.
Thank you, guys.
It's okay. Hi, that's fine. Here, look what they did for you. Open.
That's really generous. Wow.
I feel like I have a bunch of angels.
Our Denver7 viewers donated $12,000 to the brothers. Each received a $6,000 check.
From you guys.
Yeah.
Lifting a weight of worry.
The future of our kids, basically. Any kind of donation will help for their future, because our future is unknown.
Their time left is unknown, but their sister is helping them fight for each day.
I'm not gonna give up on you guys.
And neither will her love.
I love you guys more than anything in this world. I'm gonna be here for you guys and for your families until my last breath.
We love you more.
The days at times feel dark, but today they felt the love and warmth from their community.
And it made my day good.
Made the pain go away for a little bit.
I swear that's the first time
I think this chemo is going to be really smooth.
Addie Guajardo,
I want a picture of it for memories too.
Denver7.
It is good to see them smiling. We will continue to collect donations for Z and Sierra through our Denver7 Gives Fund. 100% of the money you donate will go to helping the brothers. Just visit thedenverchannel.com and go to the Denver7 Gives section, then choose Two Brothers Need Medical Miracle from the drop-down menu. Police in College Station, Texas have issued an Amber Alert for this little girl who may be traveling through Colorado. The 3-year-old is believed to be in a Toyota Highlander with a woman named Miranda Nicholas. Police say she may be without needed medical equipment. You can find more details on thedenverchannel.com. The next phase of COVID vaccinations starts tomorrow. This is for phase 1B3, which is the largest group to receive the vaccine yet. All Coloradans over the age of 60 will be able to get the shot. Also included workers in the food and agricultural industry, as well as grocery store employees and anyone over the age of 16 with at least 2 high-risk conditions. The first doses of Johnson & Johnson's vaccine arrived in Colorado today. Thousands of them will be used at Colorado clinics this weekend. Colorado expects to get more than 45,000 doses from Johnson & Johnson by the end of the week. The city of Denver is working to get more vaccine doses into arms by opening 3 more community clinics. One at Bear Valley Library opens March 7th, another at the MLK Rec Center opens March 9th, and the Barnum Rec Center opens on the 10th.
We're doing everything we can to ensure equitable access to the still limited amount of vaccines, particularly in our African American and Latino communities. That's the goal of our city-based sites.
You saw that number on your screen. Here it is one more time. Call 720-865-3005 to book an appointment. This is only for eligible residents in those neighborhoods. Tomorrow marks 1 year since the first COVID case was confirmed in our state, since we have lost 6,000 Coloradans. Governor Polis will honor those lost tomorrow night with a remembrance event. He will address the state at 6:30. You can watch it on Denver7 or on our streaming platforms. The state is urging businesses to turn their lights a magenta color, which represents love. The Biden administration has agreed to cap stimulus payments for people making $80,000 a year. Those making $75,000 and under will receive the full $1,400. People making between $75,000 and $80,000 will receive a smaller portion. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez believed the threshold should have been higher. Senator Joe Manchin thought it should have been much lower. Mitch McConnell doesn't want any part in any of it. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet says the total is just right, but what Senator Bennet is really excited about is boosting the child tax credit. Currently, parents receive a tax break of up to $2,000 per child under the age of 17. Under the stimulus package, that credit is boosted to $3,600 for children 5 and under. Parents with kids between the age of 6 and 17 will be eligible for $3,000.
If I had to sum up my town hall meetings in Colorado the last 10 years, it's really easy. It's people coming and saying, we're working really hard, but we can't afford housing, healthcare, higher education, early childhood education. This Biden tax cut, which cuts childhood poverty in the country in half, will benefit more than 1 million children in Colorado. Almost 90% of the kids in our state are going to benefit as a result of this change in law.
The deal is only good for a year, but Bennett believes there is enough support on both sides of the aisle to make the credits permanent. All new tonight at 8, Denver Public Schools plans to reopen middle and high school students to as, quote, close to full strength as possible after spring break. Deputy Superintendent of Schools Michael Ramirez says that will be based on a number of factors school by school. The return to school after spring break would be April 5th.
One of them is a person checking it about 3:30 in the morning, using a flashlight, checking my mailbox and then the neighbor's mailbox as well.
Thieves caught on camera going through people's mailboxes.
Just recently, I had some tax documents mailed to me, and I never received those.
What you need to do right away if you suspect this is happening to you.
A wet and slushy night tonight, but a beautiful weekend forecast.
And coming up later, we've all seen the race box on documents, but not all of us fit inside a box.
Well, Hispanic, Latino becomes an ethnicity. And I think that's where we struggle, many of us, is where do we fit in?
We have a conversation about an issue that is not just black and white.